Hi, in this video I'll show you how I got from here to here by obtaining a very good isolation using instruments that you normally find in every dental office, and my creativity in turning those instruments into very specialized tools that you normally cannot buy from the store, and how I managed to use those instruments to help me obtain the perfect isolation on the root of this lower first molar. Then this video is for you, so enjoy watching. So this is where I'm evaluating the damage. The anesthesia in this case was really hard to obtain. It took 2 shots intrabony. This is where I'm further evaluating the deepness, the deep margin that I will have to isolate in the further steps. Now the starting of the cleaning, and in this way I noticed that I will need more anesthetic. So more anesthetic is delivered also intrabony. So I finally managed to have enough silence and managed to clean everything. So you can see how big the cavity really is and how deep. It's almost discouraging sometimes, but you will see later that we will manage to handle the isolation by special means this time. So you can see how deep it goes. Normally I would do this step in the beginning, the scaling, but I wasn't sure the tooth is savable. The bleeding and the margin. I'm practically pulling away the soft tissue so I can see how deep everything goes. I know this is not the best view, but it will get better. I'm testing the fitting of the clamp here, so I can see without the rubber dam and everything else, I can see how the clamp will sit. If it doesn't sit without the rubber dam, it won't sit. You can see here the clamp is a little bit modified by me. It's asymmetrical. On the mesial, you have a wider gap than the distal. It's because most of these molars have a smaller distal root than the mesial, so the clamp sometimes will tilt like this. It will hold only on the mesial, and the distal will be, the force is too small to keep the clamp in place. And for that reason, I modified this clamp, this kind of clamp. So you can see the clamp is not enough. So I developed this instrument. It's modified from a dental spatula. It's quite easy to make. You can see that the tip is exactly like the side of a clamp of a dental of a rubber dam clamp. So it's like a half clamp. The downside is that you have to hold this instrument on the deep margin, holding the rubber dam in place the whole time. So this is very hard for your hand. It can really be, it can be painful sometimes. So with my free hand, I prepared two PTFE rolls that I'm inserting under between the rubber dam and the margin. So you see this step is really, really important. It's practically the heart of the procedure of the isolation. On the mesial, I managed to insert it perfectly. You'll see later that I'm not so lucky on the vestibular. I'm trying to insert it here between the clamp and the margin. Despite the clamp being made wider on the mesials, I still have a point there that it's a little bit in the way. So I'm trying to fit the PTFE there. So the PTFE inserted, but not perfectly on the vestibular, but it seems to be enough. It's we have no bleeding and no field contamination. We need only 2 to 3 minutes of this isolation, actually. So we will make our bonding procedure, which is mainly acid etching, primer, and bonding from OptiBond FL. So if we have no contamination in the first few minutes, and the first thing that sets on that fresh surface is our bonding and not blood or saliva. So if this is the actual order and not the blood first, that's enough for me to have my my adhesion. So I'm light curing. So we now get to layering the composite. You can see I am placing a very small bit where it matters the most. So I will have minimal contraction, despite this being a bulk fill material. It's a smart dentin replacer. I prefer to place very thin layers, and I prefer to place them on the edge of the restoration first. So I'll have the perfect bonding there of the first layers, because that that part is in that part is the only part that can fail. It won't fail from the middle. It will always fail from the margin. So I'm very patient about the layering, because I know I'm practically bonding on the cement of the root, and that bonding is never going to be perfect. So I'll do everything in my power to keep it tension free. So you can see I got lucky. There was absolutely no blood contamination, and no saliva got in. But you can see my fingers holding that special instrument, that special spatula. They are very tightly contracted. Sometimes when my assistant uses the light curing lamp, I will exchange hands just to let my left hand rest for a second. So now I'm finished layering the composite, and now I'm removing the PTFE. You can see that it's part of it, it's stuck there. It's practically glued to the restoration. That meaning that we had a very good isolation. So I'm finishing one part of the margin using the rubber dam protection. So the part that it's accessible, I will finish with the rubber dam in place, because I'm in this way I have a very good vision there. You can see here a close-up of the root with the margin and the how do you say, the interface of my restoration with the root. I'm practically now I removed the rubber dam completely, and I'm practically holding the soft tissue out of the high-speed instruments way, so I'll damage it as little as possible. This part, you can see that it's in the between the roots, in the area between the roots. So I try to imitate the anatomy there. So this finishing is very important. It's very important to not to leave overhangs, and on the other hand, not to over finish, so it will be under contour parts. I believe that under contour parts are worse than overhangs. So now that my class 5 is done, I'm replacing also the occlusal amalgam. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, but if I'm thinking back now, I didn't believe that this tooth is going to be saved, so I wanted to maximize my chances, but by keeping my focus only on the problematic area and not having to manage several things at a time. So this is I will fast forward here because it's not this is everyday dentistry for everybody. It's not that special. So I'm placing the rubber dam again and everything else, and more finishing here, and with the disc. So here you can see the final result, which I believe is very, very nice, considering how deep this restoration goes. I hope I will have 1 year recall of this case, so I can make a new video connected to this one, and you can see how it looks 1 year from now. Thank you for watching, and if you consider this stuff interesting, please hit subscribe and follow me on my channel for more extreme dentistry. Cheers.